Good morning. If you're watching this video, of course you're actually visiting my channel. It's Jovi's Daily Diary. Now I'm blogging and visiting the very beautiful Guildford Castle in Guildford. It's the actual ground, the remains of it. It's summer here and it's the 31st of July. Let me just turn around the camera so you can actually have a look. These are all the beautiful perennial flowers from red, orange and purple colors. Now this is the remains, the actual ground of the Guildford Castle, which was built in 1066 during the history time of William the Conqueror of England. So you're actually looking at it. It's full of beautiful flowers all over. This is the ground itself, which was maintained, and showing you the beautiful remains of the once glorious castle, the Guildford Castle. Inside of it, which we're not going inside anyway, you can find some of the things that they used to do, but you have to pay for to get in and to have a closer look of what's been used on the time of the 1066, which is the 10th century. So that's the ground itself. That will tell you a little bit of history of it. So I'll tour you around and I'm taking you to a tour, so at least you could actually feel and as if like you're walking with me. These are the flowers, and that's the castle, the beautiful Guildford Castle. It's actually the remains, at least they preserve it at one point. It was glorious at one point, but it's been preserved, so which is really good. If you can see, it says keep off the grass, which means you're not allowed to go in the grass. Beautiful. Look at that. How beautiful it is. So beautiful. So we're slowly looking around, and those were the pink flowers. They're all perennials, and there's some wishes, I believe there. I'm not pretty sure about marigold. Yeah, I can see those are marigold. So they're orange and it's a budding of beautiful perennials, marigold flowers. I'm not familiar with the red colors, so pardon me about it. So showing you all these beautiful flowers around, and there's more pink flowers and more, and again I'm showing you the remains of the once glorious Guildford Castle. Some more of the flowers. Beautiful, isn't it? It's just, so I was up there, so I was slowly walking towards it to go down to see more of what we can see here, really. So there's some benches around, people like, you know, just to relax, to have a little sip of cup of coffee or something.
And
or
cigarettes.
Oh, hi, hello, and cigarettes, they say. Say hi. Yes, I am. So if you look at it, there's few benches around, and this is a beautiful gate. Once again, this is like dated to 1066 AD, which is like 10th century, and isn't it beautiful? They managed to preserve the magnificent I'm assuming that used to be a gate or something. But imagine you're walking on the ground of a once glorified, glorious castle, the Guildford Castle, which I am standing right now. So if you're watching the video, you're actually feeling it like you're traveling a piece of history with me. And this is from the below, so showing you a little bit of the Guildford Castle, which is quite high. And there's always lots of people around here passing by, so I was there. And let's look around more. So look at these bricks, and we're coming inside here, which is, there's lots of fans, different kinds of fans around, and that's the very old, imagine you're looking at like 1066 bricks. There you go. There's lots of, they planted lots of fans, and that's leading to go up more, so but I'm not gonna go that side. So if you look at it, so from here, let's raise the camera up higher, and you're actually, that's again the remains of the glorious Guildford Castle. And alongside of it, I think they're building something, or they're putting something towards it to even more concrete, or like for safety, I'm assuming it will be.
What do you mean by Malayali?
Some more of it.
Is it like a place?
It's so beautiful on the summer when all the perennial flowers are all blooming, and they planted so many marigolds this year. I've been to this castle so many times since 1999 really, but I could never get tired of coming here every year from spring to summer. I don't really come here during winter or autumn because there's nothing much to see apart from the falling leaves, and everything here is going to be like gloomy. Everything, it's so bare, there's nothing to look at. It's just, they've always maintained the grounds really beautifully. So look at those. That's again part of the remains of the Guildford Castle Ground, and that's part of a castle. So it's really big, but some parts has got like leftover of the bricks, so they are actually maintaining. I mean, of course this is like new, the grass and everything. They've managed to create a beautiful garden, a landscape garden inside the Guildford Castle grounds used to be. So that's one part. So I'll turn around the camera again, and you see I was walking from that side, but I can't see it anymore. And from here you can see the remains of the Guildford Castle again, but they're doing some works on the side, so you can see some bars to make sure that it's safe for people to walk around or something. So I'm just assuming more of the flowers around here. So let's walk more and see what's on the other side. You see how beautiful, but parts of those flowers, if you look at it, they're already been withered. It's dying. So I mean, it's the end of July and coming to August, so obviously all these flowers are going to die soon, you know, because they're perennials and beautiful. It's not a maze, but it's a beautiful landscape garden. How beautiful. Every year they always change the theme, you know, the view, the grounds, the landscape of it. Sometimes you got different flowers, but this year I saw some marigolds and different colors. So there's some other colors there, which is like peach and yellow. But shame, I don't know if I'm allowed to get here nearby. I might be, because look at that, one of the piece of it. Isn't it a beauty? More of the marigold flowers. Beautiful landscape. It's really beautiful, even just to sit down on the bench as I showed you. See, these are nice flowers as well, but different colors. Budding of it all the way up there. See, this is still part of the Guildford Castle grounds. And this is the most visited place here in Guildford. It's because there's benches you can sit down, and it's just amazing. It's part, as if like when you're coming here, you're actually walking in a part of a history, a piece of history during the 1066 AD, during the time of William the Conqueror. I like these pink flowers. Some were like they've been withered, and there's a beautiful tree down there. So as you know, we've got 4 seasons here in the UK. We've got the, which is we're summer right now, and we're coming to autumn. And autumn is, I love autumn because you see all these green trees, leaves and everything. It will sleep during autumn and winter, especially, where you can see different colors of the leaves, that they will turn into like dark brown, purple, or really yellowish. That's the sign that the weather is actually changing. So you can see lots of greens right now, but this will go away during autumn and winter, and the trees will be completely bald, and here there will be no flowers planted at all. So isn't it spectacular? The place is, it's so beautiful. And let's take a closer look at this. These are, wow, it's such a beautiful stones and the bricks remains, you know. Can you imagine? It was built on the 1066, and right to this date, which is 2021, you can still see the amazing work of art. It's just a remains, the last of the remains, but that remains became a part of history of England. And me walking around in this castle ground makes it even more exciting for me. So this is another daily diary that I'm gonna be writing it down, which is I'm documenting it down on my blogging here at Jovi's Daily Diary, which is right now I'm visiting the Guildford Castle grounds. Let's have a look so you can see clearly. If you're planning to visit somewhere here, then you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But then again, we're nearing to autumn, so wow, how beautiful. Extremely beautiful, isn't it? See, it's even called the Guildford Palace that time. So it says It used to be was a glass window, and the ceiling was decorated with moons and stars. The king had his own chapel nearby, as did the queen. So this castle, apparently the king and the queen used to have their own chapel. Henry's wife, Eleonor of Provence, was a highly cultured woman who introduced colonnaded gardens and filed pavements at Guildford. So, wow, it was the Henry's wife, Eleonor of Provence. The life of castle revived around the Great Hall, which probably lay where the Victorian brick houses now stand. Nearby buildings would have accommodated the royal children, the official, courtiers, and servants who attended the royal family. After Henry VIII death in 1272, the palace building were used less frequently and eventually allowed to decay.
Open April to September, daily from 10 AM to 4:30.
Oh, so the history of this, the Guildford Palace, or the remain of the Guildford Castle, was used to be Henry VIII's chamber with his wife Eleonor of Provence. So they've actually lived here, which is Henry's wife.
That bit's open.
I don't know if they would take you. What do you mean?
See, there's lots of people around here just walking around with family and things, because it's so relaxing to come here, even to just look around it. It's just a beauty. So what could you ask for more? Nothing really, you know, just spending a day here with this beautiful view. Now I'll be sitting on a bench here to have a look from up above. It's a little gloomy today and a little bit patchy of rain, so that's the top. And I can't believe it. It used to be a chamber. It used the Henry VIII used to stay here. I never know that, with his wife. It used to be their chambers until his death. The history says 1272. It was written on the wall that this castle was being left to decay. And apparently this castle used to have its own chapel, for the chapel of the king and the chapel of the queen of Henry VIII. Well, anyway, I hope you've learned something from my blog. And thank you so much for watching with me at Jovi's Daily Diary. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye until to the next vlog. Thank you. Bye.